Have you ever gone hill climbing or mountain climbing or something and it seems like you're just slogging and slogging your way up the hill, and then suddenly you get to the top and you look around and say, wow, that's beautiful. That was really worth the climb. I kind of feel that way about our Romans class. First 4 chapters of Romans are not necessarily easy. They're important, but they're not really easy. You got to kind of slog through them to get the point. But once you get to chapter 5, everything changes. You get to look around a little and say, yeah, that's really beautiful. You get to hear some of the application that Paul wants to make to the things that he's been talking about. We're in Romans chapter 5 this week, and I'd like you to read ahead and look at some of the benefits that he lists of what Christ has done for us. It'll be beautiful. Have a look at that. Speaking of looking around and seeing things, the Western Canada Cup is on this week. Guys are playing hockey over at the hockey rink this week, and Randy and I have gone to lots of hockey games together, and we often meet after a period and say, well, who did you like? It's kind of funny because sometimes he likes players that I didn't like, and I like players that he didn't like, and then when we talk to somebody else, they'd think somebody else played a really good game. It's interesting because a bunch of people can watch the same thing and they can like different things because they're looking for different things. On Sunday in our sermon, we're going to talk about a story that Jesus tells about a fig tree, and he's looking for a certain thing. And it's not necessarily what we always look for, but because he's Christ, maybe we ought to learn to look for what he's looking for. The last one in our series about I meant to do that is going to be called I do. And it's going to be about doing the things that Christ looks for. That's going to be our sermon Sunday morning. And then Sunday night, we're going to start a whole new series, a series called Seasons of the Soul. Most of us experience ups and downs in our life and in our spiritual walk. Things are good sometimes, not so good other times, and we kind of think that's a bad thing. In this series, I want to convince you that that's not a bad thing at all. In fact, actually, it is a normal thing. It's even a good thing, as long as we learn to steward the time we're in. I'm going to talk to you about different seasons that we go through in our spiritual walk, and I'm going to try and convince you that in every one of them, God is trying to teach us something, God is trying to grow something, or God is trying to do something. This series will help you figure out where you are and what you might need to do in that time so that you will grow. That's at 7 o'clock on Sunday night, and I sure hope you make some time to come and share that with us. This will be about an 8-week course, and I think by the end it might help us understand where we are and what we're doing. That's all this Sunday. Lots of good stuff to share, lots of good stuff to think about. Hope to see you there.